people, and welcome back or welcome to Vocabulary Practice, where we are always learning new, exciting words. Exciting, maybe. Today I've got some intermediate words for you that are about music. If people play music, sometimes they play alone, but sometimes they play in a band. What do you call a band of people who march? It's a marching band, and that's pretty useful. How about a big group of people playing perhaps at a concert hall? Very big group. Many times is called an orchestra. Sometimes it's called a symphony orchestra. And those words are used more or less interchangeably. In an orchestra, there are 4 different groups of instruments, 4 or 5. What are the groups of instruments? What are the instrument families? I think there are trumpets in an orchestra, and trombones in an orchestra, sometimes called the slide trombone. This group is named after the metal that they're made of, and that metal is typically brass. We call that the brass section. Another section would be clarinets, flutes, and piccolos. This group is called woodwinds because with the clarinet or an oboe, the sound is made by a reed in the mouthpiece, which is made of wood. Actually, it's not wood, it's a kind of cane, but we say woodwind. Another type of instrument is a violin or a bass or a cello. Sometimes we say contrabass for the giant ones, sometimes we just say bass. What makes the sound? That is the name of the group. That name is strings. Brass section, string section, woodwind section, and there is one more group. People beating on things. We would call that drums, and the word we use in an orchestra is percussion. To percuss is to hit something, but that is the percussion section. Now I said there are 4 or 5 sections. There's a modern group which would include synthesizers and electric or electronic instruments, and for that we just say electronic. A few other words that may be useful to you. If I look at a horn or woodwind, that is a kind of hollow tube. And 1 or 2 more. What do you call these buttons on a trumpet? Those are called valves. It's a valve. On a clarinet or a flute or a saxophone, they are called keys, just like on a keyboard, a piano. And that's an interesting question. Is a piano a percussion instrument or a string instrument? People argue. I think string because it has so many strings. Those are some useful and interesting music words for you. Thank you very much for listening, and see you next time. Bye-bye.